And also there was Miss White. She's also from Scotland. She was our teacher who taught me English. That is why my English is like Queen English, because I got from the host mouth. You know, Jackie, yours may be, your teacher may be a mixture of Meru, Kamba, and and Kisi. That English, of course, it will be something else. So anyway, in any case. After primary school, I went to Kericho High School, as I have told you. And after Kericho High School, I scored straight A's, of which I was admitted to University of Nairobi Medical School. I knew it is tough because my parents could not afford. From my early childhood in primary and secondary, I was being sponsored by missionaries who are based somewhere called Siabe in Narok. There was a lady we used to call Nado. She's a missionary from Scotland, and she actually had become assimilated with the Maasai. She could talk fluent Maasai. There was also a sister who was a nurse, as well as one of our donors who used to assist us, persons with disabilities and orphans. After high school, I knew it was very tough. So I started by selling mtumba at a place called Kiserian. I used to sell a bale of mtumba, and you have to compete with hawkers. You know how hawkers can shout. So I also had to learn the trade. So I used to shout, "Hai komi komi, hai yo rabab, hai komi komi, hai yo rabab." Then when people assemble, mtumba cloth, there is no cloth that look like the other one. When you go to a shop, you'll find jeans, you'll find kodras or whatever cloth, all of them look the same. Suits, all of them look the same. But with the mtumba, the trick is that when you pick one, you may never get another one like that. So when you say, I have heard you saying, "I komi komi," meaning kumi or 10 bob, I'll tell you, no, you are not buying mandazi. Return the cloth. I have said, "Hai komi komi, hai yo rubber" 5 times. That means 50 shillings. So because you don't want to put it back, because you'll not get another one, you'll be forced to buy. So I did that business and I was getting some cash. I also transported charcoals from my place, Melili, all the way to Nairobi, and I used to make some little profit. And more importantly, I invented this thing called this machine of sharpening knives. In secondary school Form 2, there's a principle that we learn in physics Form 2 that say when a bigger circle rotates a smaller circle, the smaller circle will have very many revolutions and it will rotate faster. So armed with that knowledge that I have gained from Form 2 physics, I went to Kikomba, where there is a Juakali artisan, and I explained my idea. Because from my street smartness, I've realized that every Maasai have a sword. And of course, you don't want to carry something that is not sharp enough, and it is a sword. So I knew there is a market. Once I make this machine, I have ready customers. So I explained to the Juakali artisan, and together we bought a grinder and a rim of a bicycle, and using the normal strings that they use for the sewing machines, we made that machine of sharpening knives. Of course, it used one leg because I'm a one-legged beast. The other one is paralyzed. So I had to use my left leg. That is why you see people going around with that machine. They still use one leg, and to make it worse, they use the left one. Sometimes when you give a student to copy the exam, you wanted to assist them, they copy even your name. So if they could use 2 legs, if you are blessed not to be a person with disability, it will be even more faster. But I've seen them going around. I just laugh. When I came with that machine, it costed me around 1,500 in total. I came to Suswa, a marketplace, livestock marketplace. Everybody had a sword. When they saw the sparks after sharpening the first knife, everybody wanted their knives to be sharpened, their swords, and even spears, and even arrows. I used to charge 20 bob per each. I had to ask some boys and pay them to assist me carry 20 bobs that were full of a whole bucket. You know, I made 20,000 the first day. And the machine itself costed me 1,500 shillings. So there is a lot of money lying around. But we don't want to use the knowledge that we have. We only want to be probably employed. And I can tell you, Jackie, you know what is employment? It's where you are given a bribe to forget your ambition so that you can assist other people to achieve their ambition. So I made a lot of money, and I used the money to pay for my school fees and to maintain myself in the university. When it became more of practical in medical school, I could not get time to go to marketplaces because, you know, most of the livestock marketplaces, I was here, is 200 kilometers from Nairobi. The closest is Kiserian, which is around 40 kilometers from Nairobi. And again, sometimes because of being more practical, I cannot wait for somebody to give me their notes. You know, when it was just theoretical, it was easier because then I'll have a colleague, a classmate, he will take the notes, I'll come and transnight, read the notes, and still pass the exam. In fact, there was an incident in which Dr. Abud, I think he's from Tanzania, that time he was just a classmate. And he used to write like a computer, so his notes were very nice. So he used to give me a photocopy, and then I continue reading. Because if I make money, I will be able to photocopy. So there was something called community health. I never attended any class of community health. I went only for the exam. And I got 80%. And the owner of the notes got 68%. So I told him, you know, I cannot read your notes and defeat you at the same time. He really slapped me very hard. You know, me, I was just joking. But I don't know, he got annoyed. I hope he had forgiven me now. Struggling through there, then when it became now very difficult for me to go to marketplaces because it was more of practicals now. I have to be there. Yes, if you are being taught to how to inject the gluteus maximum, you have to divide into 4 so that you inject the upper outer quarter. You have to do it practically so that you don't cause a mess that messed my leg up. So I had to be there. But then I had to continue making money because my parents could not afford. That's when I decided to run for the SONU presidency. Because in SONU presidency, there is a salary of 9,000 per month. There is also sitting allowances because I sit in the Senate, and I also used to sit in the council meetings, and there is sitting allowances. By being the SONU president, you are automatically a board member of the National AIDS Control Council representing the youth, which used to have also sitting allowances, sometimes going to 25,000 per sitting. So you can imagine, as a student, getting that money. It was enough to pay my school fees, which was the tuition fee was 16,000 per semester. And of course, to maintain me paying my rent because halls were paid, and then little food here and there. Of course, in the university, food is cheap. You can have ugali and mboga at 11 shillings those days.